Hey budgeters, welcome to my September budget setup video. I actually recorded this video and kind of went through setting it up on the video, but then the video didn't capture my voice over. So now I'm just going to go over my numbers with you, which I think will be a lot better anyway, because I'm not fumbling trying to go through and make everything work out. So this is kind of the budget that I figured out for me as a single mom. I do have a low income. I am just making under 30, like I'm between like 30 and 40,000 a year. So I'm not living off of very much. This is definitely like single mom budgeting. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into what my budget setup is going to look like. So I am not carrying any remainder money over. I'm just starting this budget new. So this remainder money would be like if I had any money over at the end of the month. But because I'm budgeting for the first time in a few years, I'm just starting with a zero budget. And the budget that I've created is also a zero based budget, meaning that every dollar has a name. So every dollar that I get in, I have a place to put it. So starting off, I get $1,350 on the 5th for child support and alimony, and I get $1,350 on the 20th for child support and alimony. So that is kind of my income. I do not pay tithing on child support and alimony. Just because the leader of my church said that those are not required for tithing. I do get a rental income, and I am doing some odd jobs right now for just random people. I have somebody in that I am friends with that is needing help moving, and I've been working for her. And so I'm just kind of estimating each week about $100 a week, just working odd jobs here and there. So that brings my total monthly income to $3,600. I'll probably make more than $100 each week, but for now, I'm budgeting worst case scenario. And so that's kind of where I'm coming up with those numbers. Is this is the least amount, so I want to give every dollar a name with the least amount that I might be making. So the least amount I'll be making this month is $3,600. And the first thing that I pay is my tithing. And this is a 10% off of the income that I make that's not child support and alimony. So I'm estimating making a $900 extra this month and paying $90 for tithing. My mortgage is $1,276.72. So I budgeted that in. Garbage is only taken out about every 3 months, but that's $67.50, and I think that is being taken out soon. So I'm going to budget that in. Car insurance is $450.13 for 6 months. So I probably need to, well, I'll include this amount in my what are these called, sinking funds, and my sinking funds, so that I can start saving money for that each month. So I'll be saving towards that car insurance, and then also I need to have my sinking fund set up so that I'm saving towards like any oil changes or any maintenance I need to do for my car. My health insurance comes out each month and it's $32.17. Dominion Energy is roughly around $50. Rocky Mountain Power is about $140. Then I have Amazon Prime. I'm going to call this Amazon Prime instead of just Prime. I have Amazon Prime, which costs $16.02, which I wonder if I should honestly not have anymore. I've used it quite a bit, but I don't know if I've used it enough that it would justify $16.02 every month. We'll have to look at that. Cell phones, my cell phone bill is $50 a month. My internet is $76.06 each month. Water and utilities, I'm estimating about $135. Groceries, I'm going to say $300. I had $200 when I copied this budget over from um when I was budgeting, and like the last time I budgeted was in 2022. I had $200 in there, but with inflation, everything has just gone up so much, so I increased it to $300. Gas, I'm estimating about $150. I do have to commute a bit when I take my kids back and forth to their dad's house, so I have that a little bit higher. My Roth IRA, I have an amount that comes out each month. So I had $50 that comes out um of my Roth IRA. So that is something that goes into my monthly expenses. It's not very much. I would like to figure out a way to increase that. So as I budget, I think as I realize I have enough money in my different sinking funds and accounts, I will feel more at ease to contribute to my Roth IRA. Dog food. I just want to spend $30 this month on dog food. Vasa Fitness. I do have a Vasa account. It's the cheapest one for $10.69. Something that's new that I've added to my budget since I have been single is I've been getting my eyelashes done, and it's a little bougie, especially for a single mom. But I've really loved it, and I it, and honestly, if it was like between me having my lashes done and contributing to a Roth IRA, I for sure should contribute to a Roth IRA. But I mean, that's just one of those things. That's just one of those things that I need to like really sit down and think about what is more important, because I love like when I wake up in the morning that I don't have to like get ready when I'm rushing my kids out the door to go to school, and it is just so nice having lashes. But yes, it's expensive. So I know you guys will comment about this expense, because I would too. Honestly, it's a little much. And then I do have a cleaning service that comes in once a month and deep cleans like bathrooms and kitchen and ovens and microwaves and all of those things, and that's $107.42. And then I have this line in here that's called Murphy Moved In, and that's just for anything unexpected that comes up in the budget, or that comes up in expenses that I didn't plan for. And Dave Ramsey likes to call it like Murphy's Law, like everything just keeps happening. Um in and it just keeps kind of like snowballing, and it feels like Murphy moves into your house. So I have that Murphy moved in line. And then my sinking funds, I actually had about, let's add these two numbers. I had 2050 plus 1,850, so about 3,090 in my bank account. So my 3,900, was it 3,090 or 9? Yeah, 3,900. My 3,900 in my bank account, I just went and allocated into sinking funds. And these are the sinking funds that I have. I have my regular sinking funds, which are my things that I need to be saving for, that are my um like medications, medical bills, car, everything that's kind of like necessary to happen. And then I have my leisure sinking funds, which are like Christmas, holidays, eating out, blow money. So I have these two sinking funds categories that I have set up. And so in my medical bills category, I want to contribute $50 a month. And I put $300 of my savings into this medical bills account just because I want to start saving up in case something happens and I'm hit with a big medical bill. My insurance is pretty good, but you never know what might happen. So I put $300 in there, and I want to save that up to be around $3,000 would be my end goal. Car account, I put $50. I'm budgeting $50 into this account, and I put $1,500 of my savings that I have into this account, and my goal I want to save up for is $10,000. I could, in theory, start my car is up there in miles. I've had it for almost 10 years now. It's getting old. Um so I would like to save enough cash to buy a car with cash and not have to go into debt and have a car payment. So that's something that I need to start setting aside and doing. My yard care account, I'm just allocating $10 for this account, and I'm just going to start saving money up. Every now and then I like to go into Home Depot and buy a plant or two and just plop it in my yard, and I just like having money there. I actually should increase this maybe a little bit because in the spring I do like to buy mulch and mulch my flower beds. So maybe next month I'll figure how to increase that, but for now I'm doing $10. Prescriptions, I spend about $20 a month on prescriptions, and so I just want to make sure that money is there for prescriptions. Children's needs, oh, and also I didn't allocate any money in prescriptions. I don't necessarily need that saved up at this moment, so I'm I don't have any extra set aside for that. Children's needs, I'm putting $25 a month into a children's needs account. And this is good because like we have school pictures that are coming up, and just the random things that come up with kids. They want to do soccer. They honestly want to do some parkour classes at our local gym, but those classes are so expensive. But if I do end up making more money at some point, I would like to put them in parkour classes because I really wanted that. But then I just put $100 in that account just to have that slush money there in case anything comes up with them. I have a babysitting account, but I don't have any babysitting that I need done this week. So right now it's just sitting at zero. I have a clothing and hair account that I put $20 in, that I am not putting any money into that account. Um, I'm just going to let this accrue, and this will be like for my children's haircuts, for my haircuts, and maybe some clothes here and there. I do not spend a lot of money on clothes. And my children, we have some family members who give us hand me downs, and so we just use. And they have so many clothes. Like I have multiple people who give me hand me downs, and so it's not like they're getting the raggiest of clothes. It's like our my closet is full, my hangers are full. They have so many clothes and I don't have to buy any of them, and I pick the ones that I like and I donate the ones that I don't like. So my children are good for clothes. My dental account, I'm contributing $50 a month for this, and I'm putting $150 in this account. I do have a dentist appointment coming up soon, and I don't have dental insurance. I just pay out of pocket for my examinations or for my regular cleanings and stuff, and it's about $300 a year for that. It's about $150 each visit. So $300 a year for me, and then the kids are covered through insurance for their dental visits. And vision, nobody right now has any vision needs except for I actually am getting, I can tell the older I get that my eyesight isn't as sharp. So I'm just going to contribute about $5 in here, and then hopefully that'll accrue up. And then when my eyesight really, when I do need to go in and get it checked, I'll have some money accrued for that appointment. And then my leisure funds, I have my account first is family vacations. I want to contribute $50 a month to family vacations, and I put $1,000 of the money in my account, allocated $1,000 for that, and my goal for a family vacation is about $3,000. I really want to take my kids to Disney. They're 6 and 7, and in the next couple of years, I would like to do that before they get too old. Like, I feel like this is the good time, like, where the magic is still, like they're still young and it's still magical and still exciting and fun. I, I sometimes try like I sometimes get in kicks where I try to win tickets from our local radio station. They do like a Disneyland giveaway a day. And so I've tried to win tickets before, but I should probably get on that because if I can win tickets, it's like 4 2-day passes um that we could get. And so if I could get that, that would like save me like I don't even know, probably like $1,000 because tickets are so expensive. So I should try winning on the radio station again for tickets. But yeah, that's something that I would like to do with my kids before they get too old. And Christmas, I'm putting 500 or 50 into my Christmas account, and I put $500 of the money that I have saved up already allocating towards Christmas with a goal of $600 for Christmas, and that includes Christmas for my parents, for my ex-husband, for my children, for any neighbor gifts we do. I have a boyfriend, so his Christmas will be out of that budget too. So 600 will cover everyone, and I think that should be more than enough, but I'll have to make a Christmas budget. I've done that in the past, but yeah, just make a Christmas budget and allocate how much money I can spend for Christmas and how much money everyone gets, and that includes, it includes stockings and like Elf on the Shelf brings pajamas, and all of those things that are included with Christmas. So 600 seems like a lot, but it goes by so fast when you add up all the little things that happen. Birthdays and holidays, I'm putting $50 into this account, and I put $100 of the money I have in savings towards this fund, and I want to have about $600 a year that I use towards birthdays and holidays. And I think that will be a good amount between my parents, my kids, my boyfriend, my ex-husband. My kids have to give him gifts and all of that sort of thing. So we do that as well. Electronics, I'm just adding $10 to this account. I'm not putting any money in here at this moment from my savings because I don't have any needs coming up, but I want to start contributing and probably have around $300 in this account because that's about the price of a phone. So if anything were to happen, like things happen to phones, I would like to have enough money for a phone on hand. And our next category is house wants. And I'm going to put $50 in here a month. I have $100 set aside in this fund. I do have a lot of house projects. I moved into a new house since I've shown you kind of like since I've been on YouTube. I have a new house that I'm in, and it needs a lot of paint jobs. The bones are amazing in this house. It just isn't very updated as far as the actual paint rooms go. For example, like my bathroom was bright pink when I moved in. The kids' bathroom is like a frog themed bathroom. It's green with like frog wallpaper, and like there's like a lavender room and a billiards themed room. And so I've been slowly going and updating all of the rooms. But I yeah, so I'm trying to like I'm trying to flip my house, which is kind of what I did with my last house, where I bought a house that had great bones, but it needed a lot of cleaning and design because it was a smoker home. And when we sold it, we made a great profit off of that. And that was how I was able to buy a house on my own as a single mom. And so I bought a house also that I want to flip because it didn't show well. It didn't show well in the height of the market. It sat on the market for 6 months, and I was able to get it for a good price because of the paint in the room. Like honestly, they had a new roof, new water heater, new furnace. They didn't put any of that on their selling details when they were selling the house. So I just got a steal of a house, a great deal that I'll have to give you guys a tour of and all my projects at some point. Eating out, I have $75 and I'm budgeting and a month, and we let's see, don't have anything in here set aside yet for eating out, so I'll have to put the money in here when I get my first child support payment, which I actually got yesterday. So I'll go ahead and allocate that out. My blow money, I'm giving myself $30 a month. Right now that account has zero in it. Impromptu giving, this is just the change that was left over after I budgeted everything. And this is going to be $3.29 was the change that I had left over. And family fun and reunions, I'm putting $40 in. But now that I'm actually showing you this, I look down here and I'm seeing that I have a negative $90. So somewhere I am budgeting too much money. Oh, did I put something in up here? I did tithing. Oh, I think it's because I put tithing in. I forgot about tithing when I did my budget. So that's where I have a negative $90. So we're going to have to find which sinking fund we can pull from and pull out $90. So family fun and reunions, we can probably scoot down to $25. We'll make that a little bit lower. My blow money, I'll scoot down to $25. Eating out, we'll call $50. So now we're at negative $45. House wants, I'll call $25. And now we're at negative $20 that we need to fill. Birthdays, holidays, Christmas, family vacation, we can just do $30 in family vacation. That's not a pressing need. So those are how, so when I take money, when I do have money, like where it needed to be going from my regular bills, I do like to take it out of my leisure funds accounts because everything else is kind of more of a necessity than my leisure funds. So now that makes my budget, my balance down here is zero. And so that means, let's see how much money I'm allocating. So I get paid $3,600 a month is what I'm making this month. $3,100.71 is going to monthly expenses. $230 is going to my regular sinking funds, and $268.29 is going to my leisure sinking funds. And over on this side, I'm going to show you guys my balance. So my balance for my regular sinking funds account right now is $2,050, and my balance for my leisure sinking funds account is $1,850. And then when I last was budgeting with you, I had about $10,000 that was in my emergency fund, and I've actually put that into crypto, and now I'm up about $14,000, and so I can still take it out anytime, but my emergency fund, my $10,000, I've grown that to $14,000. And I want to also talk about my retirement accounts with you as well. So I'm including retirement on my budget as just to really see what my total net income is as far as cash goes. So Utah retirement, this was when I was teaching, and I have $68,041.58 currently in my retirement. I have an index fund that I have $1,302.03. I have my Roth IRA that I'm contributing to, which currently has $2,196.38. And then when my children were born, me and my ex-husband put money aside for their college education funds and a 529. And that my oldest 529 is $2,814.38, and my second child, my youngest, his account is $2,726.51. So I have been trying to, each birthday and Christmas, I have been trying to put $100 into their 529s, and that has grown pretty substantially. And I keep talking to my children about, like what they want to be when they grow up. And currently my son, my oldest, wants to be a scientist, and so I just want to make sure that the money is there for him for college. It's obviously not going to cover all of his college. Obviously, like it's not that much money, but I I hope over as it continues growing that he'll at least have a little bit more than I had when I was in college. When I was in college, I my parents gave me $500 at one point because they looked at my shared account balance, and I think I had like $6 in there, and I was like riding my bike to buy like a banana from the grocery store, and they were like, you don't have enough money for food. So they transferred me $500. But other than that, I didn't have any support in college from my family. And so I do want to have a little bit more. My goal is just to have more set aside for my kids than I had. But I also was really blessed. Like, I got scholarships and I worked, and I only came out of college with $2,000 in student loans. So I did pretty good overall, but I just want to make sure that my kids at least have like, maybe by the time we're done they'll have like their first semester taken care of, or something like that. If they choose a local small college, like especially our church colleges that we have around here, our church colleges are less expensive too. So if my kids do that, their money will stretch a little bit further. And of course, if they do what I did and get scholarships, then they can use their 529 money for housing, for books, for any other sort of college related expenses. So that is what's up with that. The total of all of my leisure sinking funds and um my retirement funds, my regular sinking funds is $94,990.68, which, looking at, like, I've been thinking I haven't been saving or doing well since I've been divorced, but I've done better than I thought. It's not as good as I could have done, but it's not as bad as it as I initially thought. Like, making the budget made me realize, like, I'm doing better than I feel. And my kind of like strategy when I wasn't budgeting was just save as much as possible and try to be as frugal as possible. And I feel like there's more freedom when you budget. Like my like Kelly, who has the YouTube channel Freedom in a Budget, but there's more freedom when you budget because you have your money allocated for certain things, and you're saving. You have different locations where you're saving for anything that might come up, and so it makes you feel more secure when you have a budget. And I do like looking at this because it makes me realize maybe I can, if I get extra money, which I'm anticipating I'll be making more money on my odd jobs, maybe if I get more money, I can put that into my Roth IRA. I would love it if I could max out my Roth IRA in a year, which I haven't done, but that would be awesome. If I could max out my Roth IRA every year, then I think I'd be feeling pretty happy with that. And also, I would love if I can make additional payments on my house just to try to get out of debt. So, anyway, that is the budget today. I sure hope you guys are having a good day. If you have any questions about this budget, I would love to answer them for you. And I hope, again, that things are going well for you and that I don't even know. I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah, take care. Have a good one. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.